markets are closed today for the President's Day public holiday. In London, the FTSE was down slightly. To commodity prices, West Texas crude is trading at $96 a barrel, Tapis crude's at $123 a barrel, and gold's at $1,609 an ounce. The Australian dollar is buying 103 US cents, 77 euro cents, and 67 pence sterling.
Well, for more on finance, we're joined by Rod North, Executive Director at Bourse Communications. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we heard that we had that one line from the RBA, its monetary policy. The minutes come out from its meeting. What are we expected to see in that?
Well, I think the RBA really wanted to have a bit of a wait and see. We've been getting some reasonably good data coming through, and I think, over the course of the last few months, and really since the cash rate dropped back in December by 25 basis points, and over the December-January period, we've seen the share market in Australia rise about 15%, and we've seen some reasonably good economic data, and a lot of the fact of why the market's moving up so swiftly is because we've seen some pretty outstanding earnings results for the half year coming through, and earnings is always an indicative factor of driving share markets higher. And I think it just leaves the Reserve Bank with a position to sit and watch. And in particular, I think the two things that the Reserve Bank will be focusing on will be the future course of unemployment, and that rate is at 5.4%, and that was sort of edging higher. And of course, the high dollar is still of some concern. So I think there'll be a watching brief. So I think that's pretty much what the minutes will confirm this morning. There's still an expectation, depending on what happens with that rate of unemployment. And we saw, even with a lot of the results that are coming out, yesterday with Amcor, a lot of results are coming out with positive earnings, but, companies are still cutting back where, you're seeing a couple of hundred staff, being let go. And a lot of that's got to do with the high dollar. So I think the Reserve Bank's going to have to deal with the high dollar, and also, very much focus on where that employment rate goes.
Where do you see the market going? It was up again yesterday. How far do you see this run has got in it?
Well, I think we're really in a whole new sort of phase now. I think we're really into that phase of the market that is driven by earnings, and we're talking about half-year earnings to the 31st of December. I can't see why the earnings to the 30th of June won't be as equal. I mean, we've seen some cases, for example, BlueScope Steel is up, it's doubled in price since mid last year, and their profit was up 16%. We've seen all the banks report, very significant earnings. Adelaide Bank yesterday and Bendigo Bank trebled their profit. So I can see the share market moving up quite significantly over the next 12 months to 2 years. I mean, one of the things will be, will it get back, and when will it get back to its all-time high? And I mean, that will be really a cause of celebration. And I mean, where the market looks as if it'll stay through 5,000, now we're at 5,082, but we've got to get back to 6,800. That period back in November 2000. It's a way to go. Yeah. But the one thing that confirms that, history shows that over the last 120 years in share market history, the market has always reached and then surpassed its previous high. So one of these days when we're sitting on this couch, and I don't think we'll have Zimmer frames, I think the All Ords could be at 10,000, which would be incredible, and that would be really worth celebrating.
Bold call.
But earnings will continue to drive the share market higher, and I think that's the phase we're in.
Rod North, thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
Well, coming up, we'll have more on our future of food.